The purpose of this film is to illustrate how teachers can provide for maximum participation and enjoyment activities to primary children. Activities should be presented in a manner that not only sufficiently challenges each child, but also enables him to achieve success in the tasks he performs. Such teaching should cope with individual differences in ability and interest. Children then should be exposed to a wide variety of small equipment and to basic game skills appropriate to their physical capabilities. These include controlling the ball with hands and feet and projecting. Refinement of these skills should occur in the later grades, as complicated skills and rules will frustrate the young learner. This film will show how to effectively organize a primary class. It will provide a basic progression in teaching game activities, a suggested lesson format, and additional teaching ideas. Teaching primary children in a large area, such as a gymnasium or playing field, requires simple and consistent organizational techniques. Begin by dividing your class into 4 groups. Call each section place 1, 2, 3, or 4. Choose one place in the middle of the gymnasium where the children sit whenever you call section places. Once seated, the children can hear your normal conversation voice clearly. Section places are also very practical for assigning groups to station work and for moving and placing equipment.
Section 2 would get a quoit.
To enable primary children to get equipment safely and quickly, it should be placed in separate containers in section areas. This prevents crowding and allows for efficient use of time. Equipment may be set out by each section place, then each group can get individual apparatus or return it when you give the instruction. For example, here the teacher has said, Section 3, you may get your beanbag and begin. Use equipment containers that the children can handle, such as boxes, buckets, or baskets. If moving equipment and setting it up is standardized, the children will soon learn where and how to receive and return their apparatus, and the class will run much more smoothly. To create working areas for small groups, the gymnasium may be divided by benches placed as illustrated here. When each section place has a different activity, this arrangement limits the area and controls the mixing of children and equipment. These children are setting up benches to form 4 workstations. After practice, 4 third-year students can move a bench by themselves. One should be on each end and one on each side of the bench. With younger children, 6 pupils may be advisable for this task. Always caution the children to lift and set the bench down together, and instruct them to keep their fingers and toes out of the way. They must work cooperatively for safety. When teaching on a large playing field, it is wise to restrict or limit your teaching area. This may be done by placing markers, such as traffic cones, in one corner of the playing field. This space is large enough for most primary game activities. Monitors may be assigned to take out the markers to outline the area and to place the equipment near each corner marker. Now you can control your class without yelling. Instructions can be heard and individual assistance can readily be given. These simple routines will facilitate good class organization and will increase instructional time. Such procedures will also create an informal, enjoyable, and safe learning environment.
Neil, would you bring your cone and box and move it into here, please?
A typical games lesson includes 3 parts, as shown here. Each expands on the central theme. The beginning of the lesson, called Introductory Activities, devotes 3 to 5 minutes to general and vigorous body movements related to the main theme of the lesson. Part 2, known as Skill Development, may extend from 5 minutes to the end of the lesson. This part of the lesson emphasizes the acquisition of skills.
Look at that big open space there.
During the initial stages of a games unit, more time is needed in skill development. However, as skills are acquired, more time is devoted to the latter part of the lesson. During part 3 of the lesson, which we call group work, the new skills are practiced and applied in a challenging situation. Let us follow the lesson format as we observe a sample primary games lesson stressing ball control with the feet. Let's observe how this theme is developed in introductory activities. These children are trying to find different ways of moving the ball using their feet. They all explore a variety of methods. Some are quite inventive, while others need a little encouragement. Now they try to move around and still control the ball with their feet. Notice how their area is limited, but they space themselves well, as is necessary in a game. See also the variety in individual skills. All, however, are active and challenged. In the second part of the lesson, we continue the theme of ball control. Here, our emphasis is on introducing new skills using individual, then partner activities. These two children show good ball control. Demonstrations by children should be used often. However, they should be short and to the point. The whole class now tries the same skill. This is a time to explore and practice new techniques. Note how each child is attempting to stop the ball with his foot when the teacher says stop. This encourages each child to slow down and consciously improve his skill. The challenges presented by the teacher are purposeful, yet enjoyable to each child. Now we shift to partner activities. Here, the challenge is to pass the ball to a partner without moving and to try to control the ball with the feet. Note the wide variety of ideas, skill level, experimentation, and just plain fun. To further increase the challenge, partners are now required to stand and pass the ball. This is an opportune time to introduce the instep pass and to practice it. Notice the marked difference in skill levels. Some children can move about, passing accurately, while others need to remain stationary for good control. Another challenge is trying to control the ball by targeting. In this case, the children try to kick the ball directly at their partner. These two boys practice their skills cooperatively and take turns aiming. In group work, the skills introduced and practiced during part 1 and 2 of the lesson are applied to a group activity. Groups could be made up of 2, 3, 4, or 6 children, but seldom more in the primary grades. These cooperative activities enhance both skill development and socialization. Here the class has been asked to form into groups of 4. Using one ball, they are to make up a game, passing the ball with their feet. The game can be made more challenging by placing limitations on the equipment, number of players, skills, areas of play, and scoring. These groups are trying to make up games where they are moving, using their feet, and a target. Children, too, must learn to cooperate when planning their games.
That's good. Much better. Freeze.
Maximum physical activity, enjoyment, socialization, and skill development are being fostered in this type of group activity.
Look for the big spot. Freeze.
A review of the chart shows the progression from exploration in the introductory activities to more directed instruction in the skill development,
Go.
concluding with problem solving and application of skills during group work. Now let's have a look at how the same lesson plan can be applied to an indoor lesson, stressing ball control with the hands.
See if you can run around the gym using all the space and not touching any balls or players.
Once you have given the challenge, move around the gym and provide individual encouragement and instruction.
All right. Do you think on your spot that you can find as many different ways as you can of moving the ball around you using your hands? Go.
Notice the variations in how the children move the ball. Some roll, some bounce, but all have an idea.
That's an interesting way you touch it. Sean, how can you make it so that the ball doesn't get lost at all? Could you turn right around to get it? Good boy. That was really well done. Can you move now and move the ball too? Go. And we've got good control again. Well, that's a neat way you've got there, Kurt. Free. Right, you have a partner and you have one ball between you. Who can make up a game that has the ball moving from one partner to the other, but you're not moving? Using your hands only. Let's see who's got some games. Go. That's a good one, and you're not going to lose your ball, eh? Make sure you don't lose the ball. How could you hold it and catch it with 2 hands, maybe? Let's see if Sarah can catch it. That's the idea, Sarah. That's a different way you've got it. How was your phone? In your group of 4 people, can you make up a game where you don't move, but the ball gets moved some way using your hands? See if you can change your game if you get one really good one. Go. You're supposed to have one ball. All right, have you got your game yet?
Here there are quite a variety of ideas. Each group is practicing a skill, rolling, throwing and catching, and enjoying their activity.
Flat down, flat down. Flat down, you two get up, get up.
Now, try to make your game so that you are all moving and still controlling the ball with your hands as well as you did before.
Here again are a variety of skills and a lot of imagination. When 3 people practice together, a game is created. Passing becomes more interesting when there is a choice of who to pass to or when a pass is coming to you. A third person can also act as a target to aim at. The third person may also become an opponent, as in Pig in the Middle. This creates a realistic game situation that can be expanded to 2 against 2 or even greater. Task cards are an enjoyable, challenging way to practice skills. Here, the teacher is giving out task cards to groups of 4. Each card specifies the skills, equipment, and playing area to be used.
Throw and catch game with 2 teams. Mark the area with beanbags. Play keep away.
When the groups have had time to make up a game and play it, the teacher calls stop. The children must quickly pack up their game and set the equipment and card together. When the teacher says change, the groups move clockwise to a new task card station, read the card, and cooperatively set up a game within the new limitations.
Quite high.
This film has attempted to provide guidelines for organizing a primary class and for planning lessons that will develop skills through individual, partner, and group activities. Within each part of the lesson, simple limitations of space, equipment, skills, and rules sets the stage for children. The tasks you present should be challenging, should enhance skill development, and should be a very enjoyable experience for every child in your class.